Hello students, welcome back to your science class. So student, in the previous class in this chapter, that is conservation of plant and animal, we have started with this chapter and we have understood the meaning of the conservation. So basically, you see that conservation and as well we have understood the meaning of biodiversity. Talking about the plant and animals, so in our earth, million of animals are there, million of plants are there, and they are different from each other. There are a lot of a variety of plant and animals are there, and variety of plant and animals are there, and they differ from each other since their living conditions are totally different. They are living in a different temperature, they are living in a different air. We can say here that different temperature, conditions, food, water, that will make it differ from the other organisms, other plants and that of the animals. So they differ from reason to reason depending upon their conditions. Okay, and since they all are living on the earth, so that is the biodiversity. Basically, if we are talking about bio means life and diversity means variety. So here students, you will see that a lot of different animals, if they are living, different variety of animals living in a particular region or particularly a particular area, there we will say the biodiversity will be rich. India is one of them, and the reason is we are having the different variation in the temperature also and conditions also. So we are having hot climate, we are having the cold climate also, and the moderate. So this will help in flourishing a lot of plants, and all the animals can easily survive in such conditions. Okay. When we are talking about the plant and animals, so lot of a different variety of a plant species, we use a term for it, and that is called as flora. Flora is for different plant species. They are living together. They are there. That is called as flora. Fauna is the different kind of animal species are called as fauna. So flora and fauna is the plant species and different types of animal species, students. And different flora and fauna in a particular region will help in enriching, help in increasing the kind of biodiversity at that particular region. Now let us start and try to understand habitat. I said habitat is what? It is the natural environment of an organism, of a living organism to live, where an animal or a plant or any living organism, they live, they multiply, they thrive. That is called as a habitat. Like what? Like talking about the camel or that of the cactus, you know the kind of a condition they require is sandy, hot climate and desert area. In case of the polar bear, they need very cold climate, and other like tiger is there or bear is there. So they live in a grassland or forest where the temperature is moderate. So obviously they vary with each other on the basis of their living criteria, living conditions, and whatever is the living condition of a particular animal or a plant will help in deciding the habitat of that particular animal or a plant. So here in this one, students, we said that like snowbound is there. So snowbound, it means what? It is extremely polar region. Cold polar, extremely cold polar region is very good habitat for polar bear. Is very good habitat for polar bear. So this basically helps us in understanding the kind of a habitat a different kind of animals or the plants have, students. This is about the habitat. Now let us try to understand then another term, student, and that is called as ecosystem. Ecosystem means environment and system. What is the system of the environment? So basically everything in nature is interconnected. We all are dependent on the plants. Plants are dependent on us. So we are what? We are interconnected. Okay. So an ecosystem. Now not only this, student, you see that there are two components are there, talking about the biotic and abiotic component. So we are dependent on abiotic component. Plants, we are dependent on plants. Plants depend on abiotic component. We are dependent on abiotic component. Even our activities will help in deciding the kind of a abiotic system it will be there or not. So ultimately we all are connected with each other. Plant and animal are supposed to be the living thing, while the soil, air, water, these are what? These are the non-living thing. So living thing and the non-living thing, they are interconnected in ecosystem. Everything in nature is interconnected. In nature is interconnected. Everything in nature is interconnected. And an ecosystem is what? The definition if we will talk. So an ecosystem is a community of living thing and non-living things. Community of living things and non-living things. Okay. An ecosystem is a community of a living thing and non-living thing that live together or that coexist. Okay. So it is a system where everyone, living beings, non-living beings, they live together, they are connected with each other. That is called as ecosystem. Now the ecosystem, student, it can be large as a desert, or it can be very small like a tree or a puddle. Let us try to understand it. It can be very large, it can be very small. Okay. Very small or very large. Okay. And the delicate balance between these two, between the living and non-living being exists, that will decide the ecosystem. So, there is a delicate balance between, between various components of an ecosystem, that helps sustain life. Okay. So delicate balance between them. So if any disruption happen in the ecosystem, that will cause very disaster results too. Okay, so basically ecosystem is what? It is a system which include everything, which include the non-living thing, which include the living thing also. All of them, they live together, and if they are living together, obviously they are having a kind of a connection. They are dependent on each other, and that is why we said that there is a balance between the various component of the ecosystem. Obviously, and if there is any imbalance happens, that disruption will cause a disastrous result. Okay, so this is all about that of the ecosystem. Now let us discuss the species. Species is what, student? That is the part of the ecosystem. We always say that this is an animal species, it is a plant species. So let us see that what is the exact definition of the species is and how we had classified the species also. It can be large, it can be small. Now let us see the species. What do we understand by species, student? It is refer to the group of the population which is having common characteristics and which make it distinct from the other. Suppose we are human species, students, okay, Homo sapiens. So we are having the characteristic which make us to look alike by the other human being. Okay, we are having nose like that, we are having eyes, we are having hair, we are having two legs and we can stand and walk easily. So obviously the nose, the mouth and the eyes will also have by the animals, other animals also. But the characteristic, the features that we have when you look at a human being or any other animal, it will be quite easy for us to make a difference. So that characteristic makes one species to the different species. Looking at the cow, you can make the difference with the buffalo. Or even looking at the goat, you can make the difference with that of sheep. So this is how we can differentiate because of some characteristic, because some of the features that a goat have but sheep do not have. So the characteristic that it have make it differ from the other. So let us write the definition of the species. So a species refers to group of population having common characteristics distinct from other groups. So it is having some of the characteristics which make it differ from the other group. Having few characteristics that is different. Example, human beings. Human beings belong to the species Homo sapiens. Homo sapiens. Okay, species which is refers to the population which is having the common characteristics which is distinct from the other group, that is called as Homo sapiens. Now there are a lot of different kind of species is there, student, like endangered species is there, extinct species is there, and endemic species is there, vulnerable species is there. So let us see that what are the different kind of a species they are. So let us just start with the first kind of a species, which is called as endemic species. Endemic species. Endemic species. Endemic species. Okay. So endemic species is these are those kind of species whose habitat are restricted in a particular area, in one area. Such kind of species are called as endemic species. So they can be of belongs to a different region, specific region, or a specific state, or a specific country. Okay. And obviously, because of that, students, since their habitat is restricted to a particular area, so if any changes happen in that particular area, there will be chances of being extinction of these species. So they are at a great risk of extinction because of this property, or because of having the habitat in a one area. So these are the species. These are the species with habitat restricted to one area. Restricted to one area. Species with habitat restricted with one area. And they are unique to a specific region. To a specific region. It can be a state or country. Specific region, state or country. Endemic plants or endemic species are of great risk of extinction. Great risk of extinction, especially due to global warming. They are a great risk of extinction due to global warming. Now let us try to understand that what are the different animals which we call as endemic species and where is their habitat, means where they used to live. So different examples of endemic species which is found in India. Okay, so let us see the first example, the Ganges River dolphin. It is an endemic aquatic animal which is only found in the Ganga River. Okay, so the Ganga the Ganges River dolphin. The Ganges River dolphin is an endemic species. Is an endemic aquatic animal. It is an endemic aquatic animal which is found only in river Ganga and its tributaries. So Ganga river dolphin, it is an endemic aquatic animal which is mainly found in river Ganga and its tributaries. The second one is the Nilgiri Thar. That is also an endemic to the Nilgiri hill and Western Ghats. Okay, southern portion of Western Ghats. The Nilgiri Thar. Nilgiri Thar is endemic to the Nilgiri hills. Nilgiri hills and the southern portion of Western Ghat. Nilgiri Thar, it is found on the southern portion of Western Ghats. So Nilgiri Thar, it is also an endemic species which is basically found in the Nilgiri hills and southern portion of Western Ghats. Okay. Then Asiatic loin, it is also an endemic species, and this is there in the Gir, in the National Park of Gujarat. Okay, Asiatic lion. So, Asiatic lion. Is also an endemic species, and it is endemic to Gir, National Park of Gujarat. It is endemic to Gir National Park in Gujarat. National Park in Gujarat. Okay, this is also an endemic species. Then Indian wild orange, that is an endemic species and it is basically found in Garo Hills in Meghalaya. So another one is the Indian wild orange. Indian wild orange. Indian wild orange is an endemic plant. It is an endemic plant found in Garo Hills, Garo Hills in Meghalaya. It is found in Garo Hills in Meghalaya. So Indian wild orange is also an example of the endemic species, students. Okay. Then wild mango is there and silver fern is also there. They are the endemic species and they are mainly found in Panchmari Biosphere Reserve. Okay. So wild mango and silver ferns. Mango and silver fern are endemic plants found in Panchmari Biosphere Reserve. Panchmari Biosphere Reserve. Then there is a loin-tailed macaque. Okay, so a loin-tailed macaque is endemic to southwest India. Loin-tailed macaque. So, a lion-tailed macaque is endemic to southwest India. Okay, lion-tailed macaque is endemic to southwest India. So this is what, student, these are some of the endemic species. Endemic species are those species in which the different types of in which the organisms, they are restricted at a particular area, particular state or particular region. Okay, and there will be, because of this only, there will be more chances of extension of these species, and we have seen that there are a lot more endemic species that are there which are restricted to a particular region or a biosphere reserve or even in a national park. Then the next kind of a species is extinct species. Extinct means what? With the species which are not able to adapt to the changing environment and now we cannot see them, like dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are what? They are extinct. Now you do not see dinosaurs, and the reason is then when the climate changes, they were not able to change according to the condition, according to the climate. Extinct species. Extinct species. Okay. So, those species which that were not able to adapt themselves to the climatic changes, to the climatic changes and disappeared from the earth. Example, a duck is there which was pink-headed dolo. Pink-headed dolo or dinosaurs are the example of extinct species.